Okay, ready?
They're gonna be so mad. Yep.
Hi everybody and welcome to another Cactus Farm video. I'm joined by Methods today.
Hey.
And yeah, crazy times for cactus farms. There hasn't been a lot of development in the last few years, and now things go crazy all of a sudden because I want to show yet another new cactus farm, which basically beats every other cactus farm by miles. This was actually suggested yesterday in the comments of my other cactus farm video. First by Cheatercodes and then also later by ToseRedstone, which was actually the inventor of this farm design, but with a different type of item, the chorus flower. But yeah, it basically works the same as the fast chorus fruit farms. By zero-ticking a block under the sand block, which is under the cactus, we could advance the growth stage of a cactus by 1. So if I turn this on, you can see every now and so often a cactus would grow, and yeah, like in a normal cactus farm, would pop off to the side. So as I mentioned yesterday, cacti have 16 growth stages, so we need to move back and forth a sand block in total 16 times in order to basically cause the cactus to grow once. And yeah, we can also look at the numbers now. So we can basically generate 1285 cacti per hour, because we shift back and forth in a 4-3 game tick interval. So every 7 ticks basically we shift back and forth twice, so, or every 3.5 ticks on average. Alright, yeah, according to this number we get this amount of items, but like in a farm yesterday, some of the items that would be generated would land on top of the cactus again and would be lost. This is about 30% of the items, and you get per cactus plant about 900 items per hour. So just with this small setup, we're already getting 1800 cacti per hour. So it's interesting if you compare it to the efficiency system I created yesterday for normal cacti farms. This would have an efficiency of 37,600%. So obviously way above what is possible with a normal cactus farm. So what makes this cactus farm also really interesting is that it doesn't require random ticks. Maybe Methods want to explain this part?
Yeah, so since we're just zero-ticking the sand underneath the cactus and the growth stage advances, we really don't need any random ticks, which means we don't need any player close by, which then means you could put this into your spawn chunks and run it 24/7 like an iron farm. So I've already set the game rule random tick speed to 0, also replaced those cacti, and now you will see them grow every single time, exact on the same timing.
Yeah, no random ticks required. Yeah.
And this would work with no one on the server as long as you keep your spawn chunks entity processing.
So that's pretty good. So you can obviously feed this into a composter and generate bone meal passively in the spawn chunks. Yeah, definitely this is probably the best bone meal farm, let's be honest. We can also talk about the design of this farm. This specific design we came up with has a slight problem. It's directional because of the update order we're using here. Methods want to explain what's going on?
Yeah, so basically both of those sticky pistons have the exact same distance to the block that's being powered and get updated at the same distance as well, and therefore it only works in north-south. So if we turn this one on here as well, you'll see those pistons don't extend at all.
Yeah, and those are the pistons that push over the sand blocks of the zero tick. Alright, since it's obviously interesting to use this for a large-scale bone meal farm, we copied the design over, added water streams and a water collection and an on-off switch, and hooked up some composters here on the side. So this would be the huge farm. If we would turn this on now, then we wouldn't see much because the client would lag quite a bit. So as you can see, everything gets super choppy, and it's actually hard to try to turn this off. And this is most likely caused by all the particles that are generated and so on, and the piston movements. But you don't need to stand so close to this farm. If you would go up to the top, you can avoid all of those lag issues. So if we go above 64 blocks above the farm, we're out of the lag zone. Methods has a set block command ready. You can remove the redstone block there. And now we can enjoy the farm without running at 0 FPS pretty much. Yeah, we can now see the cacti incoming. I can maybe clear my inventory. In total, we're getting about 230,000 cacti per hour with this setup here. Yeah, so you can see insane amount of cacti incoming, and we can obviously also feed everything into the composters here. Already got some bone meal out of it. So in total, we need about 30 composters to process it all into bone meal. Okay, this is really impressive. Farm of this size can generate so much bone meal, and you don't even need to be close, so you can have this running in the spawn chunks. Alright, we also got some numbers prepared here at the bottom. Let's quickly check that out. So a farm of this size, it's about 60 by 60 and 7 high, would generate 230,000 cacti per hour. And we can also compare it to the farms I've shown in yesterday's video. This would give this farm a compactness of 7.93 cacti per hour per block. So if you compare it to yesterday's farms, obviously it's a lot more compact. It's about 50 times more compact than the signs from yesterday. Also interesting number, we're getting about 6,500 bone meal per hour. So this is definitely another option besides the melon slice farm to make a bone meal farm, obviously. And it has even more advantages since you don't need to have the player nearby, and it could run in the spawn chunks. So this is definitely, yeah, I can say this is the best possible bone meal farm using the composter. We still need to test how laggy this setup is exactly, but we're quite sure that we can build this twice or even 3 times as large without lagging the game. We are quite certain that this design is more laggy than the melon farm when it comes to bone meal output, but yeah, we still need to do some testing for this. So one important detail is that the Cerotic sand design for the cactus farms only works in Minecraft 1.13 and above. So right now I'm in Minecraft 1.12, and if you would try to do the same, then you would only pop off the cactus by zero-ticking in the sand block. So there's probably no way to make this work. The reason why it works in Minecraft 1.13 and above is that the way updates are handled got changed in those older versions. Yeah, basically made it possible. Right, I was a bit hesitant to actually show this in a video because I'm afraid that the good old chorus fruit and flower farms would get broken by this. So this was actually discovered by ToseRedstone, and we already used it quite a bunch. If you would zero-tick in an endstone under a chorus flower, then it would cause it to grow. And this was, yeah, we were super happy about this mechanic when it was first discovered, because chorus flower and fruit farms were just a pain to build, and this finally made them actually viable. They're also a bit more complicated because you can't do the same step twice. So in order to cause them to grow even higher or get more fruit out, then you would need to send in, no, it's actually growing random tick based really quick. You need to push in an endstone from here and so on. So that's why the chorus flower farms were a lot more complex. So it would be a shame if this mechanic would get broken if Mojang might decide to fix the cactus farms. Okay, we also got another fun design. So if you decide to only have a single cactus and only 3 sand, then you can actually make a more efficient design. This is just for fun. It's just nice to look at. So you can also make this faster. Here we push in the sand now every 2 ticks, and we almost get double the output per cactus plant. Not sure if this is really that interesting, but it's fun to look at. Alright, anything else we want to add?
Could make this even faster by zero-tick chaining.
Oh yeah, so at the moment we kind of made it easy on ourselves, but I probably can actually push in a sand in the same tick and it would grow twice, or at least advance to growth stages in 1 tick, so this might even be possible. So this is probably not even the fastest you can make it. I guess the limit would be actually to do it 4 times in 6 ticks, so every 1.5 ticks on average. It might even be possible, but yeah, it's not too interesting, it's just a nice challenge, I guess. Alright, yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Bye bye.